Today we're going to look at equations using our SUVAT. So remember, S means displacement. U means the starting of initial velocity. V means final velocity. A means acceleration. And T just means time. So in mechanics, we're going to use formulas made from S, U, V, A, and T. So the first one we're going to look at is acceleration. So we know acceleration is the change in velocity divided by the change in time. What is the change in velocity? Well, this is our final velocity. Take away the initial velocity, so it tells us the difference in velocity. And change in time, it just be t, the time. From this formula, from acceleration, so a equals v minus u over t, we can find out velocity by rearranging our formula. So we do a multiplied by t equals v minus u. Then we add our initial u on both sides, so v is equals to at plus u. So this is your first formula, v equals at plus u. So this is your equation number 1. To find out your displacement, so displacement means you got to do your average speed multiplied by time. So your S stands for displacement. The average speed is your initial velocity plus your final velocity, half it, multiplied by time. So this is your second formula. To find out displacement, it equals to u plus v half multiplied by t. You must learn those two formulas by heart. So this one used to find out the velocity, and this one used for finding out the displacement. So those two equations are really important, because from those two equations, you can derive a further three really important formulas. So you must remember that v equals u plus at, and that s equals u plus v over 2 multiplied by t. However, if you want to find out the displacement, but you are not given the time, therefore we need to find out. So if you're not given the value of t, but you want to find s, u, or v, you can rearrange your formula to find out. So let's look at our velocity formula. So how are we going to rearrange the equation, make t the subject? So we do v minus u equals to at. Therefore, t is same as v minus u over a. So what I have to do here is that we substitute t into here. So we have s equals u plus v over 2 multiplied by our t which we just found out here. So substitute v minus u over a. So now this is looking something we can do. So s equals, remember we're multiplying fractions, so we multiply top by top and bottom by bottom. So this means we have u plus v multiplied by v minus u over 2a. So multiplying fractions, numerator multiplied by numerator, denominator multiplied by denominator. So now we're going to expand the bracket and simplify. So u times v becomes uv, u times minus u becomes minus u squared, v times v plus v squared, v minus u becomes minus vu, and minus uv. Remember, when we do our thing, we always write our letters in alphabet. So we have divided by 2a. So simplify our equation. uv minus uv, they cancels out. So we're left with v squared minus u squared over 2a. Then we're going to rearrange the equation to make v squared the subject. So we have 2as equals to v squared minus u squared divided by 2as equals v squared minus u squared, and making v squared the subject with plus u squared on both sides. So we have 2as plus u squared. Now we have our third equation, v squared equals 2as plus u squared. So this is the third equation you have to learn and know how to derive. So we use this formula when we have, so we want to find, so we have s, u, v. So we're given an a, but we don't have t. So we're not given t. Therefore, when we're not, there's no t in the equation, so we don't have the value of t, and we can find the velocity, the displacement, acceleration, or initial velocity, using this formula here. Now looking at our fourth equation. So remember that we always start from our two original equations. V equals u plus at, and s equals u plus v over 2 divided by t multiplied by t. So this time we are not given the value of v. So we don't have the value of v. So what we're going to do, we're going to substitute the equation v into our displacement equation. So we don't have to rearrange the first one because the formula already given us is v equals u plus at. So we know that s is equals to u plus, so v is equals to u plus at. So this is the part we're substituting in. And then we all divided by 2 multiplied by t. So simplify the top. So u plus u is 2u plus at. Half it, multiply by t. So we know that 2u divided by 2 is u. At divided by 2 means plus half at. Multiply by t. Then we're going to expand our bracket. So s equals u multiplied by t is ut. Then half at multiplied by t is plus half at squared. So this is our fourth equation. We need to learn how to derive and how to use it. we're going to use this equation when we don't have the value of v. So no value of v. So v is our final velocity. So we don't know the final velocity, but we want to work out our displacement. We're going to use this formula. We can also use this formula to work out the time, acceleration, or initial velocity. Now coming to our final equation. So again, we always start with our two initial formulas. So we have v equals u plus at, and s equals u plus v over 2 multiplied by t. So in this case, we're not given the value of u, the initial velocity, but we want to find out the displacement s. So we need to rearrange our equation to make u the subject. So basically, v minus at equals u. So we're going to substitute this into our equation. So we have s equals u is the same as v minus at. Then we plus the v here, plus v half it, multiplied by t. Therefore, s is equals to v plus v is 2v minus at half it multiplied by t. So 2v divided by 2 is v, and minus at divided by 2 is half at multiplied by t. So s equals, we're going to expand the bracket, v multiplied by t is vt, half at minus half at means it's minus half at squared. So this is our final equation. We're going to use this formula when we have no value for u. So when we don't know the initial velocity, we're going to use this formula to find out the displacement. Also, we could use this formula if we're given s, t, and a. We could also use this formula to find out velocity. Similarly, if we're given the value of s, v, a, we can use this formula to find out time. Thank you.